Welcome back. Lawmakers have just wrapped up day one of the House Justice Committee's hearings on the impeachment complaint. Joining us live from the Batasang Pambansa is Bayan Muna Representative Teddy Casino. Congressman, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Ricky.
Sir, sufficient in form. Tomorrow the vote on substance, but there was a bit of a to-do about whether or not the intervention filed by a number of people would be included in the House. That wasn't in the complaint. That wasn't resolved, was it?
No, it wasn't resolved. In fact, we requested the committee to provide us copies of that intervention so that tomorrow we will have a more informed debate on whether to accept or not this intervention from various complainants.
Okay, but as everybody loves to say in the House, sir, it's a numbers game, and it doesn't look like the majority is inclined to allow it in.
Well, the committee has to make a decision. What we are against is that it was a unilateral action by the committee chairperson, Matt Defensor, to consider the intervention as prohibited and to return the same to the complainants. We just want that thorough discussion be made because we think that the complainants also have a right to be heard in this committee, especially the importance of the issue that they tried to bring up, which is the memorandum of agreement on the ancestral domain.
But what was the argument why they wanted to exclude it? And did they exclude it without hearing the arguments of the interveners, or did they vote to exclude it on a mere procedural matter?
Well, it was a mere procedural matter on the technicality that the first complaint was already referred to the committee, and therefore a one-year ban is already in place. And the chair of the committee considered the intervention as a new complaint. But as was clarified by the chair of the Committee on Rules, our defensor, this is not a new complaint, this is an intervention, or more generically, an amendment to the first complaint, which the Justice Committee would have jurisdiction over that.
So you seem to be implying that there's some inconsistency here with the application of their rules.
Yes, because under the rules of criminal procedure, which are supposed to be supplementary to our rules, you can amend the complaint before arraignment. And the president has not been arraigned yet. We have not reached that stage. So our theory in the minority is that any complaint can be amended by the Justice Committee, and there is no prohibition on amendments, interventions, or any other matter. It's just that the committee will have to deliberate and decide on these issues. This is a long-established point of the minority, which in the previous impeachment proceedings have always been denied. But we think that it is in keeping with the rules.
Well, sir, tomorrow then, based on what you're saying, I anticipate a lot of discussion, again, about the rules, about whether that intervention can be heeded or not. Just out of curiosity, sir, will you...
But at the end of the day, it will come to a vote.
Yeah.
It will come to a vote.
No, this is what I was wondering. I mean, we all know where that vote's going to go, sir. Nobody has any illusions about this. But my question is, will you guys be even given a chance to talk about the substance of the allegations, or is that not going to happen?
Well, that's the bigger debate tomorrow, not the intervention, but whether we will be allowed to present the case. There was already a proposal earlier by the chair himself na maglima-lima na lang tayo, get 5 guys from the minority, 5 guys from the majority, and let them debate. And after that, we decide. We think that is unfair to the complainants, that is unfair to the complaint itself. And the minority, or at least the endorsers and the complainants, should be given a chance to at least present the case in its entirety. And then after that, we can debate. That's where the 5-5 can come in for purposes of expediency. But the minority should be allowed to present the case because if you listen to the opening remarks of a chairperson, we are determining probable cause here. And without the presentation of the cases, including the evidences of that cases, the committee cannot possibly decide whether there is probable cause or not.
Do you think you will be given a chance to present some of the substance of the case, sir?
Well, that is what fairness dictates. That is what justness dictates. And I think it would not look good on the committee for it to prevent even the presentation of the case. This is a very basic thing. Of course, you and I know that. But our colleagues in the majority probably would rather look the other way. But I hope that they they listen to reason, and I hope that they be fair enough to at least allow us to present the case so that they will have an informed decision and that they will not be perceived as simply towing Malacanang's lines. Of course, we have no illusions, but that is what should be done.
Sir, you can throw this question to the majority, but I'm going to throw it to you. Whether you present your case or not, the outcome has been predetermined, hasn't it? So, at the end of the day, what difference does it make?
Well, I think the difference is that the process has been followed and that not only members of Congress but the public are allowed to see systematically what the complaint is. Mm-hmm. And that is a very important matter because when we go to plenary, the debates will have to be reopened. And you can say that as far as numbers are concerned, at this point we don't have it. But we are still going to plenary. This is where the public will come in. If we're able to present our case, we are allowed to present our case in a logical, coherent manner without the usual attempts to sabotage it. We think that the public itself, will provide added, probably pressure on Congress to do what is right on this issue. But of course, that is the hope. And we cannot hope otherwise.
So at least the public will know what's being voted on.
That's true. That's true. And it's important because the public will eventually decide whether these representatives of theirs in Congress deserve another term in 2010 or if they deserve their continued support.
All right. And sir, what time is the hearing going to be tomorrow? At the same time, 10 in the morning?
It's at 9:30 in the morning. Of course, the schedule is another issue that will be debated on tomorrow. We are of the feeling that the majority is rushing this. They have scheduled a very tight daily schedule, and we're hoping that it can be modified, it can be changed. Probably 2 or 3 hearings a week would be good enough.
All right. Well, sir, I hope you can let us know because we are covering these proceedings. So, Congressman Teddy Casino, thank you very much, sir, for spending some time with us.
Thank you.